Good morning. Here I am in your house. Well, some film of me in your house, or who knows, where are you watching this? At your workplace, or maybe in a car, on a phone? Well, let's see. I guess I'll talk about cactus. I've been thinking a little bit about local foods and how maybe it's good to eat local foods, because by local foods I mean grown locally, because they don't have to be transported as far, and hence less global warming. And I live in Southern California, where, well, now that I'm making the video, I was going to say where a lot of cactus grows naturally, but in truth I don't even know if it really does. I think of it as being somewhat of a desert. Probably it does grow naturally here, and I am encouraging people who live in a climate where cactus grows to maybe eat more cactus. I lived in the Westlake part of Los Angeles for about 10 years, where, I was in a tiny minority. I'm white, and that area is 95% Hispanic or Latino. Hispanic and Latino are the same thing. And it was a wonderful time meeting, being so exposed to Latin culture, Latino culture, and seeing how they live and think and work and eat and dress and interact. I felt really blessed and privileged to get that. But and I shopped in the stores there, of course, and I noticed the Hispanic markets do sell cactus in bottles. The needles have been taken out, and I think it's been cut into strips and put into some kind of a syrup. Now, I never bought it. I'm an adventurous eater, and I've tried many new foods, and I have nothing against it. I just never was feeling it. But I'm sure there's people who aren't eating cactus now who would enjoy it, who live in desert areas, and it might make good sense, because it'd be a food. If more people ate it, more people would grow it, and they'd probably grow it locally, or at least that makes some sense, and it wouldn't have to be transported as far, and that's good for the environment. And probably I tend to think that your local food will taste better to you, because it's grown in the environment like where you live, and something that's grown where you live ought to agree with your body more, I think, because if you live in a hot climate and a food grows naturally in a hot climate, that food, I'm thinking the chemicals in that food will sort of match the chemicals in your body more, because it's grown in the similar environment to the one you live in. It's like if you live in the jungles of Peru, food from the North Pole might not agree with you quite as much as food from right there in the jungles of Peru. Well, it's a similar concept with any local food. So again, if you live anywhere where cactus is common, maybe, and you haven't eaten it before, why not try it? Thank you.